Hey, it's Quinn here with PTSD, Wild Black. Oh god, I got stuff on there. Anyway, Wakanda forever. Oh, babe, you can come lay down if you want to. He's probably asleep on the couch. And yes, you. You can come in. I'm making a video. Woo! So hi, welcome. Didn't sleep very well. It has today marked 6 years since I had my concussion. And a lot of my life has changed as a result of having that concussion. And I'm learning really so much about that I have every right to feel safe despite the feeling of being trapped in my body. For the first couple of years, actually up until 2021. Yeah, until 2021. Well, I was having seizure-like episodes weekly. The neurologist couldn't figure out if they were they're non-epileptic from all the EEGs I've ever had. So they think that they may be related to emotional overwhelm or stress. So yeah, that's what they had last diagnosed. The last neurologist was like, don't worry about it. You're pretty functional for somebody with a brain injury. I'm like, yay, thanks. But even though I'm very functional, I deserve to feel safe. I deserve to feel safe. And when I think of those of us who are surviving gang stalking, you deserve to feel safe. But we have this PTSD that follows us. And it's like, how can I pick up the pieces that are left over and still be able to move forward, knowing that what has happened, and just to let it be, right? So some of the things that I try and do for myself that are really, really helpful is to tell one other person what's going on with me. What's my truth? What's my reality? To admit where I have been fearful or selfish or self-seeking, self-pity, dishonest. If I've been in any of those states, it works best when I do that daily. I can say I'm feeling pretty good because I did this with a friend today, and it was really helpful to just feel safe to tell one other person, this is who I really am. I think part of our humanity is coming back to who we really are, being authentically who we are, and letting one person in the world see you for who you really are. I think that's the way of coming back to healing. So as the meditation card I pulled today was Tituba feeling safe. Again, she appeared this is the second time she's appeared in a reading in a row of being accused of witchcraft and was she was killed during the Salem witch trials, first person burn, black slave, former slave, whatever. She's no longer enslaved. She's free. But I look at the situation that I'm going through and it's very similar to that. And despite all that's happening, I deserve to feel safe. And you deserve to feel safe. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, the people who choose to gang stalk us also deserve to feel safe. And that's why I was able to forgive them for the choices that they had made. And for the individuals who initiated the gang stalking, they also deserve to feel safe. And the way that they are wired to feel safe right now is through harming others, when in reality, they just need to heal themselves. Just like I do, to feel the pain, to feel the reality of what happened, and to be their own best advocate, to put the love back into themselves versus trying to look like heroes for other people by creating stories. Yeah, just to face your demons. If you were molested as a child, as something that I'm facing, It's your responsibility to keep your inner child safe. It's my 41-year-old responsibility to keep my inner child safe, right? So it's not anybody else's responsibility. And to provide my inner child with what she needs. You can come on in. A large part of what I've been seeing is that I needed to listen to my inner child, to let her know that she is heard, that her reality is valid. So that's something I do for me to feel safe. I have attended a whole bunch of 12-step groups because, like, when I had the concussion, I couldn't work, and I didn't have insurance at the time that I had the concussion. Therefore, that's why this has taken so long to heal. But I got to learn from 12-step groups, which are free to go to for whatever the issue was. Since I was having emotional stuff, I started going to the meetings that deal with relationships, like CODA or SA, SNON. That's kind of marriage, sex related. Because I was dealing with still the sexual trauma became very large after the concussion. So those groups, one thing that they do is you admit you're powerless over whatever the situation is. It's making your life unmanageable. Okay, step one. Know that there's a way to sanity. I just may not be aware of it, and I'm willing to look for the way to sanity. Okay? Then the next part is I take inventory of me. And so I'm looking at me and how I handled this entire shit show situation. And I was very tolerant towards people who did not deserve tolerance. I was patient with people who did not deserve my patience because I was not taking care of my own inner child and keeping her safe. I left her exposed to these individuals because I'm trusting. Actually, I think I get high off of being trusting because then I look like a good person. And I don't need to look like a good person. I never needed anybody else's approval. I am already approved. And that's another way of feeling safe, is that I know I'm already approved and valid to be here just the way that I am, and as I'm expanding and as I'm growing and as I'm learning. And if you can offer that to yourself as well, as you're on this journey of dealing with the gang stalking situation or your post-traumatic stress disorder, anything that's bringing you down, you get an opportunity to heal and to help yourself feel safe too. And so I do wish this even for those who are trying to make themselves feel better by trying to pull another person down. No matter how many bodies you have underneath you, you're still going to be stuck with you. And at the end of the day, you would kill you too. And there's no need to do that. You just choose to love yourself. Heal yourself and be whole. You're going to constantly have this craving of chasing after other people, pulling other people down to make yourself look like the hero. Thank you for showing me myself. I appreciate it. You've shown me so much of who I could have been if I did not pause to check to see who I am and where I am. I'm the only person who's actually directly talking to people. I just realized that. No one's directly talking to me. It's all indirect. And that's sad. This whole situation is sad because of indirect communication. If we just talk directly, things would be cool. Things would be cool. Yeah. And what I think I'd like to be a hope for anyone who doesn't have hope, especially if you're dealing with complex PTSD, complex trauma, there are going to be moments where you get to feel safe. And you have to carve those out for you. If people are putting you into competition with others, you got to carve out the time to focus on you. Because you matter. And I hope you all heal. I hope you all heal. That's actually all I really want to do, is to help people heal. Oh, speaking of which, the big lesson I learned today. I do service in 12-step fellowships, and one of the service roles is being a sponsor. So if I've done all 12 steps, I'd guide another person through the steps. And one of my boundaries that I have with sponsees, I realize that I need to have this with everyone I deal with in life because of just who I am. One of my boundaries is I only work with people who want to heal, who want to change their circumstances. If you want to stay and keep doing the same thing, then by all means, and this is what is advised in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, is go out there and continue doing the same thing. Deal with the consequences of choosing to do the same thing. And then when you're fed up, feel free to come back and talk to me when you're ready to change. So that's the kind of person I am, because I'm a problem solver and into solutions and healing. I know I have that capacity to do it. So for my own personal boundaries, I only need to work with people who are ready to heal. Period. And so that's whether we're going to be friends, whether we're going to be lovers, if my husband would ever let me have another dude. We have to negotiate. We're going to write contracts and stuff about shit like that. No, that's the cool thing. From dealing with all these lies and stuff, we've really gotten closer in our marriage and have written agreements of how we're going to treat each other. And I love that. I love that. And so I need to work on my agreements of how I'm going to treat Quinn. And when people mistreat me, I don't tolerate it anymore. I don't give people the benefit of the doubt anymore. I treat them just like a new sponsee coming to me. Period. And that's, if you're not ready to do the work, I'm not for you. I'm not for everyone. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. So if you're here to stalk me, I hope you have a good day. If you're here to heal, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you're here to send bad juju and to collect information, I hope you find what you're looking for. Hope you find what you're looking for. May you get rainbows and sprinkles along your day and feel shiny and happy, because your inner child is completely fulfilled, because you're doing what you think is best for that inner kid. And you can always learn that there are new ways and more choices to love on that inner kid. All right. Till next time. Peace.